Maid Marian in a Stolen Car. This is kind of like, it's all Jaston Williams, and he's to my right and Laura's left.
There you go.
Hey, man, welcome to the program.
In the middle of the road.
Yeah.
Who would have imagined that? There you go.
Feel special.
I do. I feel so special. Yeah.
All right. Everybody is pretty familiar with, the tuna.
Oh, yeah.
The tuna thing.
Oh, yeah.
Greater
Greater
tuna, tuna trilogy.
Yeah, warmed over tuna. How great was my tuna? The greatest tuna ever told. Yeah.
Even singing out of tuna.
Tuna and peace.
You
yes.
and Joe Sears,
Yes.
of course, were the stars of that two-man show.
We did it
Those two-man shows.
Yeah, we did it for 32 years.
And we're so sad that you're not doing it anymore. It was so funny.
Well, I went to the doctor. I had my feet were killing me. I mean, my feet were killing me. I could barely walk. So I went to the doctor. Now, here I am, a grown man, more than grown. And he says, you have a type of tendinitis that only occurs in women who wear high heels too long. And I thought, well,
there you go.
Thank you, doctor. I haven't had a high heel on since.
He nailed you.
Yeah.
He nailed me. It wasn't a woman that came up with the idea of high heels. It was a man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I guarantee you.
They are forms of torture.
They are. Slow you down. Mm-hmm. And it's a real good weapon, too, let me tell you.
That's right.
I warned you once.
All right, coming up on Saturday, excuse me.
If that's for me.
It probably is.
Hi, Mother. There you go.
All right. Anyway, you have the show coming up April 25 at 7:30 in the Civic Center. Mm-hmm. Maid Marian in a Stolen Car.
Mm-hmm.
What in the wide world of sports is that about?
Well, it's about my life as an actor and in the theater and all of the crazies that I met starting when I was 6 years old and leading to today. So it is populated with.
So we fall within that realm.
We're not in it, are we?
No, not yet.
Well, he did
not
say,
yet, but
he said leading to today.
Leading to today. It could happen. It could happen. Anybody could be in. Yeah, the actual Maid Marian character was. I ended up in Taos, New Mexico, in the 1970s. Remember the 70s? And. We were doing a very radical production of Robin Hood, and the woman playing Maid Marian was crazy even by the standards of Taos, New Mexico in the 70s. You know,
wow.
They attached the word mad to her name, Mad Judy. And to be called Mad in Taos in the 1970s is kind of like being referred to as the trashiest member of the Kardashian family. You know, it is the gold standard of insanity.
There you go.
So anyway,
The
somebody
champion.
decided that we should go out on the town square and dress up like clowns and stir up business. Well, Taos was not a clown-friendly environment.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it was. Anglo-Saxon clowns did not cut the mustard in Taos in the 1970s. And so, but anyway, I drew her name for clown duty. And we were riding down the street in this Volkswagen in clown outfits. And all of a sudden, she's behind the wheel, and she just jumps the curb and tears through the underbrush of this vacant lot. And I'm like, so I said, Judy, is there a problem? She said, oh, yeah, I saw a cop. Boy, that freaked me out. And I said, well,
Was she holding?
Yeah, I said, can you give me a little more? And she said, oh, the car is stolen. I said, the car is stolen? She said, yeah, the car is stolen. I said, well, who stole the car? And she said, I don't remember. It was a long time ago. I only take it if the other cars are gone. And I said, well, did it occur to you that jumping the curb might attract the cop's attention? She said, I like the way you think. You're a keeper. And so,
Wow.
Oh, yeah, she was a lot of fun.
Yeah, she was way out
She
there.
was a lot
Wow.
of fun, yeah. So
And
that
she's
was
the character that Maid Marian is
yeah, it's based on
on?
her, but she's just one of a million crazies. We had the 70s, the 70s, more bad ideas came to fruition in the 1970s. There were just more bad ideas, about how to make yourself better, self-help. Well, so anyway, people in theater were always doing trust exercises.
Yeah.
You got to trust me.
I'll catch you. I swear I'll catch you.
Right,
I
right.
swear I won't drop you. I'll catch you. Well, yeah. Well, so we're doing one of those. trust exercises. And I'm here to tell you, folks, people in the theater are not trustworthy. No, they're not. I've been in this business all my life. Don't trust us. We cannot be trusted.
I've always suspected you, Laura.
No, we can't.
well,
no, we
you know.
can't. We didn't get in this to trust people. We want the light.
That's
So
right.
anyway,
The applause, the lights.
it was the light. So anyway, we're doing a trust exercise with this woman who's very nervous about it. And she, we got the circle going and she's standing in the middle. And she is so nervous, she gets us nervous. And we keep we won't drop you. We won't drop you. We are all one. Well, we dropped her. We dropped her.
Oh, way to go.
We dropped her 4 times.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Came to find out later, she had suffered from multiple personality disorder. So God knows, when we dropped her, God knows who we picked back up.
Great.
We upset a bunch of her.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So that was just another moment. But life in the theater. And it all started, for me when I was 6 years old in Olton, Texas. And I walked down the street to see Annie Get Your Gun at the Roxy Theater, starring Betty Hutton. And my mother nearly lost her mind because I was out in the yard singing "You Can't Get a Man with a Gun."
Great. Just the song you want your kids to sing. Your
yeah.
boy.
Oh, yeah. That's what she said. That's what she said. Settle down. Have a Dr. Pepper and settle down. She'd always recommend a Dr. Pepper to calm you down.
Oh. Works for
me.
me.
Would have worked for her. Would have worked for her. So it all started in a backyard in Olton, Texas, and then end up getting your first job, meeting Joe Sears, creating all the Tuna characters, and Joe and I knew all the Tuna characters years before we ever put them on stage.
Right.
We were just best friends in San Antonio.
So they really were based on real characters,
A lot of
real
them were.
people.
Some of them were, or combinations
Right.
of real people. The crazy old aunt that would poison a dog. And Joe's family had. There were 5 sisters. There were 5 aunts that they referred to as the Big Five. And the Big Five is Pearl, Earl, Merle, Biddy, and Reddy. Yeah, and it was one crazy act. And there were some good fights at funerals. I love a funeral with a good fight. Just last chance to get even.
Yeah. So are you doing multiple characters in this show as
I'm doing
well?
multiple characters. I start off playing my mother.
You got to be careful with that
Oh,
one,
well,
right?
she's gone.
Oh.
She's done all the damage she can do.
You can bet she's still watching.
Oh, she is. She was tough. I didn't find Vera Carp for nowhere, But no, I start off playing my mother, and then we had my first professional production was in a production of Hamlet in San Antonio, and we had school groups come in, and one day we had these 2 rival Hispanic schools that hated each other.
Uh-oh.
And somebody booked them on the same day. So I wrote this piece called Hamlet con Queso. It was one wild day with Shakespeare. And then I go into the whole thing of talking about Joe and I and creating the Tuna characters, and my mama, God bless her, I'd come home for Christmas and she would have killed another one of her dogs accidentally. Mama didn't use rearview mirrors.
Oh,
She didn't. And boy, they went down, they dropped like flies. It was like Gallipoli,
Poor dog.
Oh, I know. Oh, she offed one of them when she had 2-day-old puppies. And so my mother, she didn't look in the rearview mirror. She killed Jezebel. Jezebel had 2-day-old puppies. So mother raised these puppies. She bottle fed them, and they lived. And she kept 2 of them, and they turned into the most vicious, horrible creatures. Stephen King wouldn't have written about these dogs because they thought they thought she was their mother.
Wow.
And when you came to visit, they were very hot. And she named them Tom and Jerry. And I said, well, was Idi Amin and Hitler gone? I mean, my God. So, you don't get here, You don't get here by being sane. If you want to be an actor, don't ever go to a psychiatrist. Whatever you do, they will kill your creativity. Just go out there and be the nut you were born to be.
There you go.
There you go. There you go. So,
all right, Jaston. Hey, appreciate you coming in this morning.
It's
the
always
show
a
is
pleasure.
Saturday, April 25, 7:30, Lubbock Civic Center. Everybody knows where it's at. Tickets start at $25. They're on sale at selectaseatlubbock.com. You can ring them up, 770-5790, and look forward to seeing
I
you
think
there.
it would be a nice group date.
it's
Take a bunch of friends.
Oh yeah, it's going to be fun. I always love performing, but I really love doing this show. I really love doing this show.
And you're also doing some work at Texas Tech right now.
I'm working. I'm working in the theater department at Texas Tech.
Mm-hmm.
I come in and help them and or pretend to. And so it's wonderful. I'm
Fantastic.
spending a lot of time in Lubbock, and it feels good to come home.
That's pretty cool to have someone who's actually performed in the White House.
Yeah.
To be right here at Tech
Well, that's
helping
a-
our kids.
That's a nice house.
It is a nice house, isn't it?
That's a nice house. That's a very nice house. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
thanks for
But
coming
it's,
in
It's
this
always
morning.
a joy, and to all my friends out there, I'm still here. I'm
Yay.
not dead yet. So come on out.
Hey, the life and times of Jaston Williams, Maid Marian in a Stolen Car.
That's it.
Live on stage. Thanks for coming in, man.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure.
Appreciate that.